So when the line goes, "Doo," that's death.
Oh.
That's the end of the party. Then life is music because it's just ups and downs. I decided to actually use that and also pair with health.
What? That's it.
Cut. Man, let's cheers. All right. I'm glad to join your podcast. Okay. Feels good. All right. Let me start.
好，接下来我们会邀请广州中 Sky Bar 的主理人。那么这个中 Sky Bar 它是一个结合了有音乐疗愈，还有 bootcamp， 还有一些 Afro 的为一体的一个平台。那么接下来我们把我们镜头转移到主理人 Tino 身上，好吗？
Hey. All right. Finally. You know,
Yeah.
It's been a long time. You want to do this podcast, but we're finally doing it. So I'm glad to be here.
Yep, so can you introduce your platform to our audience?
Platform. Okay. So the platform is actually called Incentive.
Yeah.
So the name itself is actually coming from incentive, right? So like in English, when you say incentive means you want to motivate someone to do something, right? So I cut the N and I put the zo out there because zo means fire, right? It was like another language in Latin America, so it means fire. So I just put it out there. And fire is also like motivation or something, right? So incentive is actually like the whole group when we actually use the wheel of wellness. So the wheel of wellness, we actually have mental, we got physical, right? We got financial, we got environmental, we got a whole bunch of stuff out there, right? So every time we do something, we feel like the balance is very important, right? So if you're actually really stressed out and you go to the gym, you won't lose weight. So every time we do something, it's all about the wheel of wellness. So Zoo Sky Park is one part of Zoo Incentive. The zoo and sky in the park, like a rooftop park.
Yeah, let's get back to the young Tino, okay?
Young man, I'm still young. What the fuck?
No, teenager or maybe before.
I'm not that old.
Before you create the Sky Park, what bring you there? You definitely have something to make you feel like, to create, to build a lifestyle is really important. Especially to build a healthy lifestyle is really important to a teenager or entrepreneur. Yeah,
that's a good question. Young Tino. Young Tino. All right, so like before.
By the way, he's really young.
Man, I'm
right
still
now.
young, man. Oh, you don't have a beard. That's why.
Almost 60.
So before that, I used to party a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like enjoying life, you know? Man, every day we go to club, enjoy our life, you know?
I mean, age 20 plus?
Man, 15, 16 to like, 23, you know? That's
so bad boy, huh?
Being bad boy all the time, you know? It's the perfect time.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go to club is bad, right? Because like anybody that actually goes to club, they're trying to find a way to escape, you know, being happy.
True.
Right? And some also does meditation, also escape.
Yeah.
But it's just different way of escaping, right? One is actually really short term. You get drunk, right? You get tired. So it's like the toll on your body is different comparing to the other one, right? So I'm not saying going to club and all of this is super bad, but, long term is going to hurt you. Anyway, that's what I was doing. I don't know, just enjoying my life, nothing about health, all that stuff, right? But then the whole story went like one of my best friends actually, he died because I'm a tech guy, right? So like we do like, apps and stuff like that. So he was doing well. He's actually in San Fran. And I don't know, he just died. I think he was a little big, obese, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, so that was like, yo, this party enjoying a life thing is good, right? But like there's like some line when you cross them, there's no way back, right? So is there a way to actually have fun and also be healthy at the same time. So it's like there's a balance, right?
Yeah.
So I started like, join event, but it's boring. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think people go to club? Because they want to have fun.
Yeah,
It's so
you wanna have
good.
fun.
So it's like the music is the core, right? And also DJ. So when you actually see the track out there, right? It's like this, right? And when the party's over, it's just a straight line, right? So when you compare that to our heartbeat, it's the same thing. So when the line goes, doo, that's death.
Oh,
That's the end of the party.
it's deep.
So it makes sense that wherever we do it, music's gonna be out there because music is life.
Music is really important to you, right?
Music is life. And when I say music, I'm not talking about club music. I mean, club music is one part of it, but music in a whole, right? Like, you can listen to a certain type of music and you're like depressed. And then you listen to certain type of music, like, oh my God, I want to jump over the building. Like another type of music, you're like super excited. So it really depends of the music you are listening to. And life is a music. Life is a music because it's just ups and down. Because like I'm talking to you right now, you can hear my sound, right? The voice. It's a type of music. So I decided to actually use that and also pair with health. So that's how the whole concept started. Like, okay, what if we just do yoga with a good music? Even those who actually never tried yoga before, they really want to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because I never done yoga back in the days, right? But I kind of want to try it. But the first thing when you think about yoga, it's like, split, those hardcore poses and all that stuff, and you're like, nah, it's not for me. But then when you come and then with music, you try a little bit, like, this is interesting. Maybe let me give it a shot. At the end, there's champagne, but it's, they got sexy girls everywhere. Like, now we want to be in the game, And the same thing for workout. We listen to music, you work out pretty well. So it's like, pretty much a track has 4 to 5 minutes. So if you listen to a song, you like 5 songs, that's working out for 20 minutes. And you don't really feel it. So it's kind of like numb the pain and it distracts you in a certain way. Yeah.
But why you choose yoga? We know John got the silent disco and yoga and bootcamp, and we got Afro too.
Yeah.
So why you choose these 4 parts?
So first, yoga, right? So when yoga is not just movement. Yoga is usually to like discover yourself within, right?
Yeah.
So yoga actually has one of the benefits of yoga is because yoga has a physical part and yoga has for the spiritual part, right? So like you do yoga is actually infused with meditation, infused with movement, right? So yoga actually embraces a lot of stuff out there, right? At the same time, Afro, I just discovered Afro even though I'm black. They didn't know anything about Afro, right? But it's a vibe, like, and when you take Zumba, you take all the other dances, there's always an Afro element to it, like the beat.
Yeah.
It's just like there's always an element. So I take Afro as roots, right? And I take Zumba and all the stuff, like the branches over there, right? But anyway, back to the Afro. Afro's like something I don't even understand the language, right? I don't understand, but I'm like, damn, what was
Afro?
Yeah, because like sometimes it's like broken English. It's like a mix of dialect or languages from Africa, right? Sometimes it's in English, but it's broken, but you like it. And that's what you really call music, like not understanding the lyrics, but enjoying.
Just the beat, you can feel the
you're
beat.
like, wow, what was that? Like, and people like it. And then when I'm listening to it, I'm like, yep, this is really good, right? So I was like enjoying the music and I was trying to find a new way to also bring more the physical part. Because Zumba was that physical part, but Zumba's been there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Zumba, right? But what can be something new we can actually bring to the community so they can enjoy it, right? And again, we don't do Afro, we do Zoe Jam. So Zoe Jam is
What was that
Afro plus mindfulness.
Ah,
Because remember, like the wheel is always about something, not just one part. We have the physical part, the mental part, and the spiritual part, right? So our Afro quote unquote is actually Zoe Jam. So I actually infuse Afro plus mindfulness. So it's like, we dance, we connect, right? And then there's like a circle where you do gratitude. You gotta be grateful for your body, right? Connecting with people around you, we like do some breath work. So it's like the graph goes up because you dance, you reach that peak, you're tired, right? How do you calm down?
she like the party.
I would say a mindfulness party or a mindfulness
It's a good
workout,
word.
quote unquote mindfulness workout. Yeah. So that's the physical part. But those are not just the four things we do. It's like we do also art therapy, right? So like art therapy is like a way to express yourself through colors and also through art, right? So like we do past, present, and future, right? Because they're all connected, right? You are John today, not
Yeah.
because of today. It's because of whatever experiences you have in the past,
Oh, true.
right? And speaking of art, because for me as a black person, we face racism every time, right? But I don't see it like that, right? Why? Because they always say that, oh, black people are angry, black people are like that. But I'm like, no. We have like people who are angry, but people are always happy.
Just the
It
people.
it depends on your childhood. It's not just about black people, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you grow up in an environment that is tough, right? You gotta be strong. So like people are who they are now because of the past. It's like even if you like, let's say like you grew up in an environment where you were beat up. I'm not saying about black people are beat up, but it's like tough, right? When you grow up, you see things in a different way because for you the world is like that. But at the same time, imagine another person who's like, traveling, enjoying childhood, everything was perfect. They feel like, oh, life is like that. So two different people are like different experiences, right? So the way to see things is different. That's why I like when through art, when you have the past with another type of music, then you have the present. Also with another type of music, right? It helps you like reflect. Like, wow, the past is like this, it's blue. But now the present is green. How do we shift from blue to green? So it helps you like think deeper. And then, okay, these things happen to you in the past. Now it's the present. It doesn't mean that you'll be like that tomorrow. So there's always a door for you to change.
It's like you are rebuilding your mindset system.
Correct. So it's like changing those negative talk into positive talk, right? Because we always gonna go through stuff.
Yeah.
And art, especially with the headphones and with the music,
You're
you're
really
like,
focused on.
yeah, you're like in that kind of bubble, right? Because my word is different from your word. That's why when everybody say that, oh, I understand your pain. No, you don't.
No one understands the other people's pain.
You don't understand my pain.
You can feel it, but you never
You
understand.
don't understand my pain because I'm the only one that knows what I feel inside me.
Yeah.
So the headphones actually gives you that opportunity to still being in that kind of bubble, right? Where you go very deep. Because like if it's just like outdoor, you're just talking and all of a sudden there's like boom, there's something you hear, you're distracted, right? So it takes away that element. That's why the art therapy, the silent disco art therapy, is really deep and it works on everybody, the kids, adult, young.
Yeah, I know in China, especially right now, most of Chinese people, they really want a platform to express their pressure.
Man, not just Chinese people, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, pressure is everywhere. I mean, I think like human beings, we have like created this pressure ourselves, right? Because like, okay, back in the days, you have to fight to get something,
Yeah.
especially information, right? But now, so when you gotta fight to get some, you work harder.
Yeah.
But when everything is actually here, you're like, it makes you lazy.
Yeah, you don't need to fight.
Exactly.
You're
It's
still
like
alive.
there's like a lot of choices in front of you. Okay, which one should I pick? Should I take this one? Should I take this one? Should I take this one? You get lost, right? And being lost like that, you don't have a sense of purpose in your life. And
If you don't fight, you will die.
it's like now we want to go for the easy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
So it gives too much pressure for people, especially here. I mean, in China, like you feel it a lot. Why? Because you got a lot of people competing for the same thing. So you gotta be the best of the best of the best, like top.
Yeah.
It's like, and also society also is like, oh, you gotta get married at 22. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And like for the boys, you need to have a house. You need to have this. It's just like a whole bunch of information that's like bombarding you every day. So the pressure is right there. But for us, I mean, when I speak, I mean us like foreigners, we like saying things like, I want to let it out. It's like if you hurt me, I'll just tell you like, yo, nah, this is not good. You fucked up. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But like here, I feel like people keep, they don't say they keep. They keep.
Yeah.
They keep. And then
They just don't talk.
Then the last straw, boom.
Boom.
They just explode. Because it's hard for you to keep everything. You're human beings, like emotional beings. We feel things. So at least now I feel like people want to express themselves, but also sometimes like afraid of being judged. Like some always say, oh, you're bad, you're like this. No. That's why our platform is like open. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't care, if you're tall, short, just come and just be a human being. That's what we are. Just be yourself. Because there's no perfect person, Everybody's like flawless. We everybody's flawed, not flawless. Everybody's flawed, right? There's always something out there for you to like, improve. So our platform is actually a way to like let people come and express themselves. That's why we choose those 4 pillars, like physical, mental, and also artistic about art. Because everything is art, It's gotta look beautiful. It's gotta look like this, gotta look like that, So yeah, that's roughly, the whole brain in a nutshell.
Have you done some event in other city of China?
Yeah. Shenzhen, Shanghai,
I mean,
Beijing.
out of China.
Out of China?
Yeah.
Indonesia, Bali, and also Maldives, Maldives.
I mean, what is the difference between the Chinese and the other countries' people when they are in this event?
Expression. People express themselves more. I'm not saying Chinese people don't express themselves, but they're getting out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like for us, we always like to let things go. It's like, let's say we have a session for letting go of our feelings, right?
Yeah.
So when people will come, they just talk. They're like, I just want to let it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And also for music, right? Because like music, but don't get me wrong, now Chinese people are killing it. Like people enjoy music now, right? But comparing to us, we've been in the game for a long time, right? But I'm glad to see like people like enjoying the music, and they wanna know more. They wanna like do more. They wanna know more. So that's like one of the perks of doing event abroad compared to here. It's like abroad it goes super fast, but here sometimes you have to guide people.
Yeah.
You have to lead them to do it. So it requires more effort. But I mean, for me, it's not like a big problem. It's not like a big deal. I like doing it, you know. I'm a leader myself. So I'm just doing what I was meant to do. I'm a leader, not a boss. I don't really like that word, boss. Boss is
Boss.
yeah.
You're not a boss.
I'm not. I'm not a boss. Because I mean the word boss. What can you know the definition of boss?
Boss?
Yeah, being a boss.
Be a boss, it means to be
Loud,
entrepreneur.
loud. Yes or no? You can be a boss without being an entrepreneur. Like it's like you can be bossy to your kids. It doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur, right?
I see.
You
It
see?
means that the guys who give you an order.
Correct.
If
It's
you
like
don't
do
do
this, you
it,
do it.
yeah, if you don't this, I will piss you off.
Like do this and then you do it.
Yeah.
It's like that. I don't like that. Cause like you wanna leave room for people to also give the input, right? Like you want people to actually work with you, not for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference out there. You want people to work with you,
Yeah.
not for you. Because if I work for you, I just want to get my money, do whatever you tell me to do. I'm out.
Because at the end of the day, business is all about people.
Yes. But if I work with you, now I'm thinking.
You are
Right?
a
I'm
team.
like,
you know?
maybe we can do this. And I'm like, yeah. Because as a leader, or the person that's on top, you don't have all the time to think about every details. You know what I'm saying? So you really need some team members, to like think about that part. You want them to think, not just to do. So think and then execute. So you need both. But if you have someone that's just like work for you, it's different. Because people come and go. People always come and go. But you don't want that in your team. Otherwise, the service won't be the same. You gotta train them every time. So it's better to actually have one person or like two or three that you understand wherever you're doing. It just even make your life easier, because if that's the case, then you don't need to talk that much. They just do it because they know what you are actually doing. Like they feel part of the company. They feel part of the family. Yeah.
When you're in the college, your major is 纳米技术. So
Nanotechnology.
what bring you here? What bring you to create a Dream Sky Park?
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about the? Okay. So, okay. First, back to your question. Why nanotechnology? Because it was interesting. You know, because you got technology, you got like a whole bunch of math, physics, chemistry, a whole bunch of stuff out there, right? But honestly, I just chose that because I was good with math,
You
and
math.
chemistry and stuff like that. And I wanted to just do something just to please my dad, make my dad happy. But was that really what I wanted to do? No, right? But am I using it now? Yes, right? Because like when you talk about nano stuff, it's like details, very small particles, right? So that's why like sometimes when I do recentive nano concept, I think really deep, right? Every
Because
details.
the philosophy.
Exactly, like every details, like what is that very tiny stuff that can change people's life, right? Because people can actually they can copy you and do anything, right? But one tiny difference just changes the whole thing. So I think I'm still using it. It's not just like a major that I just wanted just to do just to please my dad. But I think now it's becoming super useful actually. I never thought about health, never.
But based what you want to do right now, talk about health, talk about how to help people to create a healthy lifestyle. Is it what you do? Is it what you like?
Before, no, because before I was just like, enjoying my life, right? So after the tragedy that happened to my friend and realizing that health is really important, let me just give you these very good examples, just like so people can understand, right? I think everybody knows Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, she just died from cancer, right?
Mhm.
But that's a billionaire we're talking about. Someone that has a lot of money, right? So even having all those money, he's dead. But his money can't save him. So by looking at that, you're like, yo, let's take a step back. Let's back up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like money's good, but health is way better. So to make this equation even way better, why can't we just put both together? While you're actually working on your project, try to make more money, also try to stay healthy or be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, if you chase this, then you're losing this. But this is more important because your money can actually save you from this. You know what I'm saying?
Money can buy your health.
Impossible. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you actually do. So when actually people say, "Oh, you're sick today," you're not actually sick today. You were sick probably 2 or 3 years ago. It was piling up, and then today just like boom, you can see it. That's why it's very important to actually take the steps now towards that, just to make sure that you actually healthy. And then when we're talking about health, I'm not just talking about being strong, going to the gym. I'm talking about mental health and physical health because the mental health is something you don't see. That's the one that's super dangerous.
Mm.
The physical health, you can see it. It's like, let's say you don't work out, you get fat. You go, oh damn, man, I'm gaining weight. You can see it, but here you don't see it. So you can even be depressed and be happy.
Mm.
You will never know, right? And when you're stressed out, you're like super stressed out, right? So all of that actually really affect your physical body, everything on you. So it's really important to really take care of your health while making money at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember you talk about your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean.
First things, I'm feel sorry. I'm so sorry to you for
Oh
you. I'm so
man,
sorry for you.
it's life, man.
Yeah, but can you talk more about your friend? I'm like, it's like when after after that things
Mm,
happens,
mm.
what changed you?
Everything changes. I mean, that's why you have substantive now. Um, when you're actually part of a certain group, you think that group is your family, right?
Yeah.
So being part of that community, like technology and all that stuff, all we wanted to do is just like work hard, make some money, be the best, right? But after that tragedy, it kind of shift everything. It's like, wait, we all thought like these are the most important things, but there's something way more than that. You know what I'm saying? So after that stuff, the whole thing has changed. Like, so it helped me to actually take a step back. It's like we was like
Mm.
speeding, right? We never pump on brake, right? Now I just pump on the brake, and I'm like, all right, so let's just see what is this thing about, right? Because this thing people talk about being stressed out, now being healthy, and all that stuff, right? So the whole thing has changed. It's after that I started to actually dive deeper. I want to know more, right? What is health? Because I don't really like going to the gym. Yeah, I go to the gym time to time, but it's not like every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, yoga they always is great, but I don't know that. I don't like it. Meditation, every time I try it, I just sleep. Like my mind is just wandering around. But I was looking for that things that I like
Mhm.
that I can spread around the body. So I'm not saying that those actually don't do the type of yoga we're doing, they're bad. No, it works for them. But for the majority, I'm talking about the new generation, right?
Mm.
Young people, they want to kind of want to try, but they're kind of afraid. How do you bring those people on board, right? And then me knowing the essence of music, just like blending together, and it will always work because music is life, as I said.
I For everyone, they definitely have some times that they feel they fuck up their whole lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Did you been there before?
Well, I'm still out there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the journey is not always smooth. We all been there. It's you need to be there. To put it in the right way.
How can you solve your problem when you've been there?
I don't see it as a problem. I see it as experience. Because again, negative talk to positive talk, right?
Yep.
Because when you think about it as a problem, then you start to stress about it, right? Because it will always be out there. You can't avoid it. Because if you really want to avoid it, it means you want to be dead. You know what I'm saying? So to enjoy the flow of life, it's
Yeah.
like, it's like this. Ups, down, ups, down, ups, down, ups,
Like
down.
this
So
philosophy.
it's just like if today you're happy, probably tomorrow you're gonna cry a little bit. And after crying, you're happy again. You know? I'm not sure if a lot of people actually know it. After having a fight with your girlfriend, when you guys get back, how's it feeling? Way better. It's always like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a problem. I just take it as an experience, like a way for me to like grow, all right, and reach the next step. Because life is all about that.
Can you give me an example about you?
Hmm.
Like how can you solve your problem when you in a fuck up life? You
All
feel
right.
you think life,
I
what can I do here? Why I have to open my eyes on the morning?
That's a good question. I would just take the example of me being in China.
Yeah.
I never speak, like, don't even know ni hao before coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to a country, I don't even know how to say good morning,
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
right? But, at that time when I was coming, because there was like a project, right?
Which year?
That was 2011, December 2011, to be exact, just December 3rd. I remember clearly because, remember that time was 2012, the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the time when you came, because like I was actually going to Denmark for a project, right? And I don't know something happened and it just canceled it. So one of my friends was here. He's like, "Man, come to China." I'm like, "Hell no, kung fu and stuff like that. What am I do here?"
You don't like kung fu?
I mean, all we know about China is like kung fu and stuff like
Jackie
that, right?
Chan.
Yeah. But they're like, "Come." I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I don't know nothing about Chinese, right?
You haven't been
But
to China before?
never. I don't nothing. So when I came, I mean, it was a problem. Definitely the language was a problem because I don't understand. And then sometimes you're like on the metro and people talk about you, right? And then they're talking about you, but you don't understand. You see that feeling? So for me, I'm like, wait, hold on. I can flip these things because I don't understand what that guy is saying. So I flipped that. That's why I speak Chinese now because it's that fire. I'm like, nah, I really need to understand what these people are saying. You know? So instead of like complaining about that, I just flip it, right? So it was that motivation that actually pushes me to actually learn super fast.
So you're not consider it's a problem. You consider it's a fire to push you move
Man,
forward.
it's a new opportunity for me to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem will always be out there. Either you speak Chinese or not, people will keep talking about you. You just want to keep complaining. Oh, they're talking about me. Well, it's an opportunity for you to like, okay, now I want to understand. Because if you say something to me, and I'm like, 你刚才说什么? I'm like, yes, now I'm solving the problem.
You like that feeling? Huh?
I love it. You know, it's now I'm solving the problem. So I don't see problems like, because it's definitely like part of it's our life, like yin and yang,
Yeah.
daytime, nighttime. It's like the combination of those two things together, plus and minus, they attract each other, right? So if you want to attract the good things in life, you need to have problem. You also need to solve them, right? All the rich people in the world, they are constantly solving problems. So are you a problem solver or are you a whiner?
That's it.
You gotta choose.
Oh,
Because there's no middle. a problem solver or a whiner? The whiner is the one who say, "Oh,
Yeah.
what's our problem?"
You just have
What's
to
like that?
choose.
Well, the problem solver want to keep solving. He
Because
doesn't care about
you can stay here. If you stay here, you feel
Stuck.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's a choice, like I'm saying.
You have to
Are you
choose.
here
Pick
or
one.
you here?
Pick your side.
But if you're here, it means you gotta work hard. You gotta keep pushing it, right? But if you're here, which is also okay, right? Just enjoy it,
Yeah.
right?
There's no wrong answer in your life.
No, it really depends what you do. But if you're here, but you say I should be here, then you think you gotta do to be here. So it really depends of where you want to be.
Yeah. You just talk about yourself, but what about your friend or your family? Like if they are in that problem, how can you help them to?
This is all right. There is okay, I will split this question into two parts. One part, I will help you if I'm already good with myself. It doesn't mean that I'm selfish. I don't even think the word selfish should be in the dictionary. I think we should remove it, because if I'm not happy, I ain't gonna make you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people are like, oh, you don't want to do this for me. Well, I need that things too. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when you're actually on the plane, what do they say? When the oxygen mask drop, they say you put it on first before you even have your child on the plane. Is like that, right? Because if you can't breathe, I mean, you can't take care of them. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that you gotta be selfish and all do things by yourself, but to a certain extent, you gotta make yourself happy. Then the love and the help you want to give to others just comes in, like a knife in the butter. It just flows in easily, So, I like helping others. I like helping people, but also make sure that I myself helping myself. I'm like taking care of myself before I help others. Yeah. So family and all this stuff. Sometimes there's always conflict because people cannot always understand you, right? And it's not my job to make you understand how I feel. It's my job to show you that it's working. I'm not sure if you understand that, because sometimes you want to do some stuff, your mom, your dad, they will be against that.
Yeah.
But they understand it from their own experiences too, right? Because from what they saw, it didn't work.
They think it's right.
Exactly, because of their own experiences.
Yeah.
But if you think this is what I want to do, then you gotta fight and work hard and prove them wrong. Like, yep, I chose this and it's working. And then you change their mind. But if you don't, they keep saying, no, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And they're right, because from what they've seen, it didn't work for them before. Yeah.
That's the reason why I asked this question, because lots of people, I'm not just saying young people, lots of old people, even they are already six years old or 7 years old, they always suffer from by this type of questions. So let's get back to the John Sky Park, because if you can help one
person,
yeah, then to be a business, you have to scale your skill set.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you use this skill set to help a group of people, it's way different. But you choose the yoga and silent disco.
I want them to understand themselves.
Yeah.
Because what I do, we don't do event, we do experiences. It's like a difference. You know what I'm saying? Event, you pay, you come, you just do it, you go back home. But experience is like, where is this thing? It's like you'll remember forever. You know what I'm saying? I want them to come and experience something, so they can discover something new about themselves. Like, oh my God, I never done yoga before, but I came and then somehow I stayed there for 45 minutes or like 75 minutes. So you discover something new about yourself. So I want them to come and then discover who they really are and the things they used to doubt about that, oh, I couldn't do it. Now you know that I can do it. Yeah. So it's mostly about experiences. It's not an event. It's an experience.
Because for the people who will come to Sky Park, I think they definitely got a question that they cannot solve. How do you think this event can solve your problem?
Okay, so the word you actually use it, you're saying solve. We are not solving people's problem. Because solving means, oh, okay, you bring this, it's done. You will never have it again. But mental health doesn't, when you actually stressed out and all of that, you cannot solve it. You can't say, oh, I'm stressed out today. I go see a therapist and then he talk with me. I will never be stressed out again. No. We give them the tools to cope with that. Like to cope. Coping means that, okay, it will happen again. How can I fix it myself? It will happen again. How can I fix it? Because solving it, even the doctor, like if you have a stomachache, you go to the doctor and give you a pill. You eat it, right?
Yeah.
It's gone. It doesn't mean tomorrow you don't have a stomachache again. You eat something bad tomorrow, you don't have a stomachache again.
Because you know that. Huh?
Exactly, right? But how about you meet someone that tells you, oh, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat that, so you won't have stomachache. Or if eventually you have a stomachache and there's no doctor next to you, how can you deal with that? Right? So it's a coping mechanism that we actually giving people, not solving the issue because it's unsolvable. You can't really solve it.
Just like a build which can improve their lifestyles.
Yeah.
And help them to get better on their job.
And build habit.
Build habit.
Yes. C1. Build habit. Because a habit is something that you do on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm good at this, you know? It's like when you see like, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry and all that, they play basketball. It's every day. So the body is like getting used to like when you shoot. Like you don't even look at the hoop over there and it goes whoops inside. Yeah. It's a habit, Like if I turn like this and your body is getting used to that. That's why everything you do it's all about habit. Like waking up every day at 6 a.m. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and then the body is getting used to that 6 a.m. time. But if you're changing it, then the body doesn't know what to do. So it's all about building habit. Yeah.
If you're building your own habit, let's say habit is a system.
It is a system.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a system.
Yeah, you build a system to help people when people suffer from some questions and they will know how can I get myself become a better human being. And then I can solve this problem.
I mean, you're always going to be better after a problem. You know what I'm saying? Even you don't solve it, somehow you become a better version of yourself. Why? Because you have seen something through that problem. Like, yep, I did this wrong and this happened. Next time you won't do it. You know what I'm saying? So either way, you are improving. So the problem is not really actually making you feel bad because, oh, I invested in this, or I did this business, I work in this company, it was horrible. Well, now you're not working in that company anymore, right? Or I got fired from this place. Okay, you probably weren't good at that or whatever you were doing before, right? There's always some good to happen. You know what I'm saying? And then you need to like focus on that really positive part. Even if you leave a company or you graduate from university, you can't find a job. Why ain't you finding a job? What are people looking for? Like it helps you go deeper and deeper. So there's always the good and there's always like the bad and the good. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the interview.
Appreciate it, man.
And I asked you lots of questions and I know your personal philosophy and your business philosophy. And next time, you definitely got next time. Next
Oh, for
time I
sure.
will go deep
Okay.
because yeah,
I'm ready for
I'm-
all deep questions, right?
I'm really interested about your story and your business.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, 如果你们对就是开炮有兴趣，你们可以在小红书上搜索中式开炮，然后可以看到，然后可以看到 Tino 他们团队更多内容。OK，
他们也可以写 Zocentive 在小红书。
Oh yeah,
Zocentive, Zocentive,
Yeah.
Zocentive.
Okay, thanks man. See you
Appreciate
next
it,
time.
brother. Thank you, and whatever fuck that happens to you,
Yeah.
you can solve it.
Yeah.